I'm Richard Saxton with CarBiz from the Los Angeles Auto Show, and joining me is Jim O'Connor, who is the president of the Ford division of Ford Motor Company, and we're looking at some new vehicles behind us. One is a concept, one is a reality, and I guess the Focus, you might say, is the Ford Focus.
Well, Ford Focus has just been recently introduced, but it's very, very well received by Californians. We had a 26-day supply at the end of December. It's just in production, but the three-door is now hitting the market. A black three-door here that's got really a lot of eyes. It's looking right back at you, that vehicle.
I'm Richard Saxton. My guest on the business panel is the chairman and CEO of Chrysler Corporation, soon to retire at the end of December. What goes through your mind? You're so close to retirement.
Happiness. I've been at it 46 years. It's time. I'm leaving on a high note with these great cars that we're introducing here in California today, the LH models.
I'm Richard Saxton. My guest on Market Talk at the Greater Los Angeles Auto Show is Roy Roberts. He's general manager of the GMC truck division of General Motors and a vice president of GM. And if there's a division to be in, it's the one that makes the vans and the sports utility vehicles. That's where the market's headed. Are you capturing the growth in that market?
Well, we think we are, and you're right, it's an exciting place to be. We just completed our 1995 year, third record year in a row.
I'm Richard Saxton. My guest on Market Talk from the Greater Los Angeles Auto Show is Rich Thomas. He is the Acura division head of American Honda Corporation, and we're seeing an Acura spinning behind us here. The NSX, I always ask you about that when we do these interviews. Sales were in a slump for a while, but how is the fancy sports car doing?
It's come back. It's come back. And maybe some Christmas presents. I don't know. We doubled our sales in November. We doubled our sales in December. And as you know, it's probably the finest sports car ever made.
Question that I think I asked you maybe last year or the year before is when is Acura going to start making cars in the U.S. like your parent company Honda has done with the Honda division? The answer came today.
Nice that you asked.
My guest on Market Talk from the Greater Los Angeles Auto Show is Jim Press. He's the general manager of the Lexus division of Toyota Motor Sales of America, and he's here to tell us about a new vehicle because, Jim, the theme of the auto show that I've found so far is we know that the truck and SUV market is growing quickly, but where is all that business coming from? Now I'm hearing it's the luxury car market that is suffering, and the people are going to SUVs. So I guess you have your answer behind us.
That's absolutely right. Lexus has zeroed in on a market of opportunity. You know, we've seen the SUV market go from a very small niche specialty vehicle to now it's a segment of its own. You've got small entry-level economical SUVs all the way now to luxury SUVs.
I'm Richard Saxton. My guest on the Business Channel is Rick Wagoner. He's the Chief Financial Officer for General Motors. When I think about that, I think about how many zeros do you have to deal with? A huge industrial corporation, a lot of big numbers, huh?
That's right. We're used to dealing in billions. That's the truth.
Well, billions in the red or billions in the black? How does it look for 1994?
Well, we're hoping to move, particularly our North American operations, from a long-term run in the red to be in the black next year. That's the objective we've set.
I'm Richard Saxton with CarBiz, and my guest is Rick Wagoner, the President and Chief Operating Officer of General Motors, who at age 46 is running a pretty big company. We talked about this a year ago. A couple of years now, I guess you've been at the helm. What is your goal? What's your strategy? What kind of legacy do you want to leave, as President of General Motors?
Well, pretty important question. I guess, Richard, what we focus on is trying to drive the business daily.
Your division has come under the spotlight, many wondering if it would be around in the future. You say it will be here for some time, and you're introducing new products. Is that right?
That's right. We've got a big investment program in Oldsmobile, and it was really a question of just erroneous reporting, but once that story got started, it was hard to stop, but it's behind us now.
We're at Town Hall Los Angeles, and our guest is Jacques Nassar, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Ford Motor Company. We spoke to you a few months ago, but since then you've been spending some of that $23+ billion of Ford's cash reserves. You've bought Volvo. What's next? And tell us about the Volvo deal and integration.
Well, the world moves on, Richard.
I'm Richard Saxton at the Los Angeles Auto Show with CarBiz, and my guest is Don Butler. He's the brand manager for the new General Motors Aztec, and we're going to learn a little bit about this new sports utility vehicle from General Motors that is behind us. It was a concept car at the Detroit Auto Show a year ago, and now concept turns into production, a quick turnaround, and this is your baby.
Yes, it is, and actually we used part of the reaction from the concept vehicle to help push the final decision to produce this one. And actually we call it a sport recreation vehicle. My guest on the Business Channel is Mike Dale. He's president of Jaguar Cars of North America. He's been with Jaguar companies, and I say that because before that there were British Leyland and so on,
for more than 26 years, so he is the expert on what is now, I guess, Ford's luxury line of cars, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Okay, recently, fourth quarter loss, $36 million in 1993 fourth quarter for Jaguar. The losses are shrinking. What's going on at the company? My guest on the Business Channel is Bill Hoover, Executive Vice President of Volvo Cars of North America, and we're sitting actually in the back seat of a 900 series Volvo. Kind of comfortable. A nice car, I guess a safe feel as well, huh?
We have room for a child seat here, and we can strap one of the kids in as well.
Your reputation's still a family car, isn't it really?
It is, and I think it's a well-deserved reputation in terms of being one of the safest cars in the world.
This is John Fleming. He is the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for SAAB Automobile, based in Sweden. SAAB now, what, 50% owned by General Motors, so how much independence does the car company have?
Quite a bit. The General Motors relationship, GM bought SAAB bought half of SAAB in 1990. And it hasn't been a question of dominance by General Motors. It's been more of a question of assistance and help.
I'm Richard Saxton with CarBiz from the Los Angeles Auto Show, and my guest is Tom Purves. He is the chairman and CEO of BMW US Holding Corp. and also the acting president of BMW of North America, because there was a departure. Vic Doolan, who we interviewed many times on this stage here, departed to go to Ford. So you have some vacancy and some changes, I guess, at the top echelon of BMW.
Well, that's true. I was delighted to come here in May of last year. I've been with the group for 15 years. Prior to that, I was with Rolls-Royce. I have to say that this is a terrific opportunity for us. The U.S. is the luxury premier market in the world. BMW and Land Rover, the other great brand that we have, do very well.